You had me at salted caramel. Let's make some salted caramel mini cupcakes. Yum. Okay, so to start off with, we're just going to do the cake mix hack that I love. It ends up being delicious. I prefer Duncan Hines, but you use whatever cake mix you want. I think yellow cake mix for caramel cupcake is the best choice, so that's what I'm using. So put the whole bag of cake mix in, and the hack is instead of a cup of water, you put a cup of milk. I am doing whole milk. Instead of a half of a cup of oil, you put in a cup of butter, 3 eggs, and then what I love in these, in the yellow cake mixes, or just the plain vanilla cake mixes, a teaspoon of vanilla and a capful of almond extract. And you talk about a cake that tastes like a bakery cake, that's what this is going to be. So we put it on low for 30 seconds in a stand mixer or hand mixer, and then we're going to do 2 minutes on medium. Now for the salted caramel frosting, which I cannot wait for. I've had this before, but it's so delicious. You are going to put a half of a cup of unsalted butter in a saucepan and melt it over medium heat. Now we stir in a cup of brown sugar and 1/4 of a teaspoon salt. And we stir that together, and it said you're just going to stir that for a minute or two until everything looks like it's good and combined and the sugar's starting to melt and it starts to bubble up again. Then we're going to slowly pour in 1/4 of a cup of milk, stirring constantly. Get that all incorporated. And then we're going to bring it back to a gentle boil. And once it does that, we're going to simmer for a minute and then remove it from the heat. Let it sit for about 5 minutes to thicken up just a little bit. Mine has been sitting about 5 minutes. It does look thicker, so I'm going to go ahead and pour it. I'm doing this in a stand mixer. It says you can just whisk it by hand, but I don't know. I just feel better doing it in a stand mixer. So I'm doing that, pouring in a teaspoon of vanilla. And I'm going to go ahead and put it on the stand mixer. And then we are going to add 2 cups of powdered sugar, but just a half of a cup at a time. I'm not measuring. I'm just, if it's a half a cup, about 1/4 of that of the 2 cups. And just, so just beat it until it's smooth. So I'll keep doing that till it's all added in. Okay, so right after you finish mixing it, it's going to be a little bit runny, but it thickens up really quick. It is so yummy. Oh my goodness. All right, so I'm putting it in a piping bag with a 1M tip. And so I'll do this, I'll just put it in the middle and kind of do a little swirl. Like this. And then, and which is so easy. And then the key to this is adding the flaky sea salt. So right now that would be delicious, but with the flaky sea salt on it, just a touch, just enough so you get just a little flavor of the sea salt. So good. Okay. Worst part of the job, again, is having to taste it. Somebody's got to do it. I could eat these all day, every day. That's one of the yummiest cupcakes you will ever have. And it's easy. You gotta try it.
Caramelo, 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 caramelo.